Our top story today from the GatewayPundit.com. Adam Schiff has effectively resigned from Congress as he now heads towards the Senate. We're talking about this and so much more here on the Gateway Pundits Week in Review. My name is Elijah Schaffer, and this is the Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours. I'm currently under the weather, so I apologize. But our top story today comes from the GatewayPundit.com. Serial liar Adam Schiff officially resigns from Congress effective December 8th. A serial liar and Trump-Russia collusion hoaxer Adam Schiff officially resigned from Congress effective on Sunday after more than 2 decades in the U.S. House of Representatives. Schiff will be sworn into the Senate on Monday after defeating Republican Steve Garvey in California. Adam Schiff is succeeding Senator Laphonza Butler. Adam Schiff officially resigns from the House effective on Sunday. He'll be sworn into the Senate on Monday alongside Andy Kim. I just cast my last vote as a member of the House of Representatives, Schiff said on Friday. To my LA constituents, thank you for the amazing opportunity to serve, he said. To the people of the whole state of California, I'm so grateful for your confidence and look forward to all we can do to get this done together. I just cast my last vote as a member of the House of Representatives. And he said here, now Schiff was deeply involved in spreading the Trump-Russia collusion hoax after Trump won in 2016. He was also involved in the first impeachment show trial against Trump in 2019 and unconstitutional J6 committee. Shameless liar Adam Schiff said that there was a significant and incriminating evidence that Trump colluded with Russia during the 2016 election, even though Mueller concluded his investigation with no new indictments. Now, Joe Biden is reportedly considering giving preemptive pardons to Adam Schiff and fellow J6 committee perjurer Liz Cheney. Those who could face exposure include such members of Congress as January 6th committee Senator-elect Adam Schiff and former GOP Representative Liz Cheney of Wyoming. Trump has previously said that Cheney should go to jail along with the rest of the unselect committee. Also mentioned by Biden's aides for a pardon is Anthony Fauci, the former head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, who became a lightning rod for criticism from the right during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, what's interesting about this is that, once again, Schiff is being offered a pardon, along with Dr. Anthony Fauci and Liz Cheney, but I thought they didn't commit crimes. The fact that we're now offering pardons to people, presidential pardons, that have never been charged with or even been accused of a crime in any sort of formality, makes you wonder what levels of corruption these people are hiding. I mean, we know Liz Cheney is a bitch, and I'm sorry for saying that, but she is. It's a Saturday, and you could take the swearing. Now, Adam Schiff is a lying, smarmy son of a bee himself, and Dr. Anthony Fauci, well, in a real and just world, he wouldn't be in more than just prison. He would be exiled, at the very least, right? And I dare not say exactly what I'm thinking, but you can push the pieces together of the puzzle, considering the fact that his direct decisions led to the deaths of so many people, including through suicide. What a disgusting and despicable human being. But the fact that these are added and they continue to add these pardons, and that Adam Schiff is then rewarded and given, an ability to move up into the Senate, it's so disgusting. And I have nothing to say but disdain for such a disgusting individual as that. Now, that being said, I don't know if you've ever seen Chuck Norris, but he's over 80 years old and he's kicking butt, man. I saw this video of him and his wife. Apparently they're like in their 70s, 80s years old, and they look like they're in their 40s or 30s. Like, I'm 31. I'm under the weather. I'm sick. But man, they have so much energy. And I know as you get older, you don't have energy. And you're like, what do I do? Well, it turns out that Chuck Norris figured out this one thing that you can change in your life, and it'll actually massively give you back the energy that you've lost over the years. Whether you're old, whether you're young, and you're looking to make some changes in your life, there's something easy you can do now in the new year by going to chuckdefense.com/pundit. That's CHUCKDEFENSE.com/PUNDIT. When you go to chuckdefense.com/pundit, you're going to watch this video. It's going to show you exactly what you need to do to get that energy back. His wife, she's a woman. Obviously, women go through hormonal changes. They go through menopause. And the fact that she still has energy, like she's young and they can play with their grandkids. I mean, don't you want that for your life? If you want your energy back, go to chuckdefense.com/pundit today. Links on the screen and in the description before it's too late. Now, that being said, interestingly enough, there's another story from the GatewayPundit.com we've got to talk about. A Republican senator here attacked President-elect Trump in comments to NBC News, saying, I don't think it's smart for him to humiliate Trudeau like he has. The Republican senator attacked President-elect Trump in comments to NBC News over his treatment of Canada and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, saying, I don't think it's smart for him to humiliate Trudeau like he has. A senator who was given anonymity by NBC to criticize Trump also said that Trump doesn't have a huge mandate. This is a 50-50 country. Trudeau flew down to meet Trump for dinner at Mar-a-Lago last weekend with their respective staff members, and Senator-elect Dave McCormick after Trump threatened Canada, Mexico, and China with stiff tariffs if the three nations did not act to stop the flow of migrants and drugs into the U.S. Canadian ambassador said that Hillman said the bulk of Friday night's dinner centered around Trump's border concerns. The ambassador said that a priority of Trudeau's was to point out the degree of difference. Hillman said that there is really no comparison, noting that there was essentially zero trafficking of fentanyl from Canada to the United States. That's actually false. She said that there are seizures, but authorities say that those are personal use seizures and not criminal trafficking, though I did just see a trafficking haul from China into that route. She said that 99.8% of the fentanyl seizures by the U.S. authorities in the U.S. comes from Mexico. But Hillman said that Canada is ready to make new investments in border security, and there are plans for more helicopters, drones, and law enforcement officers. She also noted an agreement between Canada and the United States that allows for migrants caught crossing illegally into the United States to be sent back to Canada. She said that she was talked about, and she said that Mexico and the U.S. do not have a similar agreement. At the dinner that lasted 3 hours, Hillman said America's trade deficit with Canada was also raised. Hillman said the U.S. had a $75 billion trade deficit with Canada last year, but noted a third of what Canada sells into the U.S. are energy exports, and prices have been high. For his part, Trump reportedly jokingly told Trudeau that Canada could become the 51st state. And I know that Trudeau was upset because when he said that, immediately Trudeau wanted to meet with Trump. The fact that there's these trade deficits, people rape and pillage our coffers and take money from us. But in the end, what do they give us in return? Literally nothing. They laugh in our face. They say that we're racist. They say that we're bigots. They hate MAGA. And I think I'm tired of it, and you are too. Now, obviously, the news isn't just all bad. Listen to this hilarious interaction as a White House reporter, Karine Jean-Pierre, if that's how you say it, Karine Jean-Pierre, was called out for lying about the Hunter Biden pardon in a brutal press briefing. Obviously, they denied for a long time that they would pardon Hunter. And then it turned out in the middle of this, genuinely they did. And then when she was confronted with it, her response is actually hilarious. Listen.
I'm sure my colleagues said a few calls, just very specific.
It's not only colleagues who watch this. There's also the American people.
Exactly.
So to be fair,
and they were told by you in July,
yeah,
that this would not happen, and it did. I'm saying, asking for yourself, not the president's statement, but for yourself. Do you feel like you are owed an apology by the president? Do you owe an apology to the American people?
See, I just laid out the president's thinking. The president laid it out himself in his own words. He did. He laid out how he wrestled with this decision. He said in his statement, as a president, as a father, he talked about how difficult it was to make this decision. He thought about it this weekend. He did. He thought about it this weekend. He wrestled with it. And there are some, factors, some real factors that he took into consideration. And that's why I keep saying folks should just take a look. Take a look. Read his statement. And I know what I said. I know what the president said. That is where we were at the time. That is where the president was at the time. I am his spokesperson. This weekend, he thought about it. He wrestled with it. And made this decision. That's what I can tell the American people.
Yeah. That video is just really holding space for me right now. I'm just holding space, I don't know what these people, it's like we're in a bad movie, right? Sort of what's going on here. Now, obviously in some good news, I don't want to just give you only bad news. Judicial Bombshell, federal judge forces FDA to release over 1 million pages of Pfizer's COVID-19 trial documents they wanted to keep hidden for 75 years. The United States District Court for the Northern District of Texas ruled against the Food and Drug Administration in a high-profile case brought by the public health and medical professionals for transparency. Apparently, originally down here, the 2021, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration only wanted to release 5,000 pages a day over several decades. But down here, the FDA suggested releasing only 500 pages per month originally, and then finishing by 2097. In response to the backlash, U.S. District Judge Mark Pittman in Fort Worth, Texas, issued a ruling in 2022 that they had shortened the FDA's proposed timeline. Now they have ordered the agency to release 55,000 pages per month. And that's crazy. Here we are. On Friday, the district judge, Mark Pittman, mandated the FDA to expedite the release of the documents related to the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. And according to his conclusion reviewed by the Gateway Pundit, the liberties of people never were, nor ever will be secure when the transactions of their rulers may be concealed from them. The fact that there's still good judges like this in the midst of such a tyrannical world is so refreshing. We hope that people are brought to justice. Now, in kind of an interesting news, Do you know the Hawk Tuah girl, the one that spits on that thing? Yeah, it's a reference to giving a sexual favor to a man. She's famous for her sexuality, but she now wants her fans want her in prison for running a massive crypto scam. Hopeless investors lost millions. It might be time for the Hawk Tuah girl to talk Tuah, a lawyer. Hailey Welch, who became an overnight sensation for a social media clip in which she described how she liked to spit on men's genitalia before engaging in oral sex, is now accused of running a multi-million-dollar crypto scam. You can read the full story there on our website. Of course, who knows if she's responsible or the people around her, but it is very real. I'm Elijah Schaffer. Have a great rest of the week as always. And may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.